Nintendo Direct, I would like you to know how I am going to watch you sleep for the rest of your
Please
life.
look forward to waking up after a restful night of sleep.
Please understand why we enjoy watching you sleep. Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome to Joystiq Streams. It's 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we hope that you are ready for the finest butts in all of shooter history. We are playing Halo 4 from the Master Chief Collection, and this is Halo 4 in all the glory of 60 frames per second. Ludwig Kitzman, our
Hi.
editor-in-chief, has slaved over his capture device to bring you the 60 frames per second action. Ludwig,
With video of my face.
how did you manage to do this?
It's very complicated. I'm running it through an AverMedia capture box, which has to accept the same resolution. So your 360, your Xbox One has to be at the same resolution that you want to stream at. It also, you have to have closed and restarted your Xbox One, closed all apps that would be able to have been playing video, because otherwise the HDCP is triggered. So
Oh.
then you also can't stream. And then I have a separate microphone capturing my audio, and I'm listening to the game audio and your audio through the headset. So there are many devices in play. You also need USB 3.0 to be able to stream at 60 frames a second.
Oh, I did not know that.
I mean, typically we won't stream at 60 because it's taxing on your processor. So if you're playing a game on the same PC, that can lead to dropped frames. And for the most part, I think most console games now are not 60 frames per second anyway. So
Right.
for the purposes of video of Twitch streaming, we're usually doing 720p at 30 because that streams pretty well, and like we don't want people to have a chugging stream.
So for Halo 4, everybody, we have. I know this is unusual, but we are actually a little locked down on what we can actually show of the retail version of the game. So we have two choices. We can play two campaign levels. So the choices are Infinity, and what is the other one, Letty?
Forerunner.
Forerunner. And which would you guys like to see? Would you like to see Infinity or Forerunner? We're going to be streaming for an hour, so we could probably check out both if
Well, I think we
Letty
should
is
do
really
one, and
good.
then we can try to see if we can get a multiplayer match going as well.
Hey, I'm into it. We've got Forerunner. Micronewton wants to see the butts. Micronewton, the butts are inevitable. Yeah. All right, we've got a call for Forerunner there, Letty.
All right.
2 for Forerunner, lots for Forerunner. Let's see it. So how far in have you made it to Halo 4?
I've only completed the first level.
Only the first level.
I'm going to play on normal since I don't want my pristine cyberbutt to be kicked too badly, because we'll be able to wrap it up quicker and maybe dive into some multiplayer.
Oh, man.
Am, of course, turning on Grunt Birthday Party. That's the consistent skull I've turned on for every single stream.
What skull
we've
is
done so
that?
far.
What is that there?
When you shoot a grunt in the head, his head explodes into fun confetti.
Are there even grunts in Forerunner? Or are they the
We're about to find out.
yeah. Or is that one of the levels in Halo 4 where you have to fight dogs from Tron?
At least they don't shoot bees.
They don't shoot bees. Although,
Look, an achievement already.
Letty, what is the name of the big bad guy in Halo 4?
The librarian, the collectivist,
yeah,
the archivist.
Cat Stevens. Yeah, I can never remember. He's very creepy. Like as far as like a super threatening, omnipotent horror, he's pretty terrifying. He's not. I find him scarier than Flood guy too. Flood voice.
That was Gravemind.
That is get grave mind.
Let me just insert Cortana into this plinth.
The Didact. Thank you, everybody.
The Didact, yes, that's it. That was a very educational correction to our knowledge, or lack of knowledge, about the Didact.
That satellite in the center is amplifying the ship's broadcasts like a relay.
Maybe we can use it to respond.
See, now just seeing this right out the gate, all this is reminding me is how good looking Halo 4 was in the first place.
I think the facial capture in this game was that it was the best of that generation of hardware.
Yes.
It was
Yep.
better than Uncharted, which is
Yep.
the golden standard for most people.
Better than Uncharted, better than LA Noire, better than anything else. Well, say what you will about the content in Beyond Two Souls, but the facial capture is pretty amazing in that.
Negative. This is as close as I could get us. Hope you don't mind hoofing it a little.
Oh, I remember this level now. It's like there was quite a bit of teleportation and different enemy types.
Yeah, you're sort of going all over the place.
Contacts.
I'm gonna die so many times.
Yep, but at 12 o'clock. Yes, but. The problem is when you're playing a solo campaign and not co-op, there is less chance to observe the Master Chief butts. That's true.
And they're back.
This is the first level, actually, now that I'm looking at Forerunner, this is the first level of the game that I got to try. Because this is one of the first ones that Microsoft brought around to demos early in 2012.
Pesky cyber dogs. Shoot them in the mouth.
Ty Hoodie, this is Forerunner from Halo 4. And this is the first level where you're facing off against the nasty new,
They're connected.
really like fighting the new enemies. Like these freaking Tron wolves.
I really love the sound effects in this game of the new weapons and how the weapons assemble themselves when you pick them up.
I love that. It's so, like, they look so cool. I know a lot of people who are not huge fans of the new weapon types, even though, like, they're largely variations on the old weapons. Like,
Yeah.
they are, in general, corollaries to what you saw in the previous Halo games.
He's
Right.
a ray of sunshine, isn't he?
Well, I mean, not all of them are equally great, but I think the new shotgun type is pretty good.
Yeah, I like the new shotgun type. I like the one that is the equivalent of the sighted rifle, which not the sniper rifle, but like the tactical rifle. Prague 39. Oh my God, the joystick guys actually have faces. Yes, Ludwig does have a face and a head. That's true.
Not that they've done me any good.
Yeah. Ex Silky Paws, this is a review copy of Halo, the Master Chief Collection, provided to us by Microsoft.
Oh, I gotta kill that flying guy.
And as Tim C42
Oh, dear.
is pointing out, there
Wait.
is no reach, no ODST.
Could you see a butt there? I didn't see a butt.
Oh, when you die? We're
Yeah.
going to catch up in a second.
Yeah, so the little bit of delay that I have to deal with while I stream makes it a little tougher than it should be, but
Oh no! Ow, you got smoked! That guy was not
I know, I
happy.
like how they still, like, just blow me away after I'm dead. Yes. Have a grenade.
Enjoy this grenade, dog. You know what the
Why
dog
did I pick up the suppressor? The suppressor, this is a useless gun unless you're really close.
Hey, you know, I know
Oh.
some people are going to be very displeased with this comparison, but I gotta say, like, a lot of, like, the Forerunner enemies, like these dogs, they look like they're from Final Fantasy 13. Straight up. They've got, like, the white sheen metal over them, and
I can see that, but I actually really like the sort of science fiction aspect of Final
Oh.
Fantasy 13.
I love that. I just know that a lot of people very, very actively dislike that game.
Well, I think it's because the artists took control of that game.
Yeah, the artists revolted and were like, "We don't care
They're
about
like, we'll
you.
just design the whole game, it's fine, we got it.
We got this.
We know what's pretty.
Crazy trees and belts. Check it out."
Hmm? Oh, I forgot how cool it was when they dissolve. Gotta switch up the
Big
weapons
ones
though.
explode, that momentary flash we're seeing is actually a data purge.
Can you tap into it?
So far, I've pulled multiple strings referring to the big ones as Promethean Knights. Beyond that,
Promethean
though,
Knights, they can be pretty challenging.
Them Promethean.
Aha, more weapons. Let's see. It's pretty much what I'm stuck with for now.
CJ Olives, the guy in the video, sounds like Brian Lehrer from NPR. Really? I never.
Which guy is he referring to?
I'm assuming you.
I don't know who that is.
Actually, now I don't know who that is. For a moment, I was.
It sounds like a dad like you should know.
Yeah.
A dad type.
Them dad types. I do listen to the NPR. I was momentarily confusing that for him saying one of us sounds like Jim Lehrer, which would be awesome. One of us sounded like Jim Lehrer. So I can't. Is this the one where you have to start? Once you get inside the building, you have to start like activating power stations. I haven't played this in a couple of years.
Yeah, I think that's the one. So you teleport to two different ones, so you can turn them on.
Oh, Tim C42 says use the shield. That way we get all that Master Chief butt. It's a very good.
Oh, that's a really good point.
Very good point.
See if I can pan down. Those glutes.
The relay interference is increasing.
Chief glutes.
We must be getting close to the pylon.
Every single time I play this, I tend to get a look at that. I tend to get the rocket pack and just keep it for as long as the campaign will let me.
Oh man, they're really coming after me right now.
Explosive.
So this gun is cool. Remember, it has a 3-burst shot when you're firing it non-scoped, but when you have it scoped, it's a one-shot rifle. Pretty cool. And this pistol basically becomes a shotgun. Okay. Nope.
Ludwig, I don't always like to play the ranking game, but considering that this is like a compilation with 4 different games, what is your favorite Halo? Let's see how riled up we can get the chat by them telling us.
Are we? So what is this question about? Which is my favorite Halo campaign?
Yeah, we'll start with Halo campaign, and then we'll go with what's your favorite Halo multiplayer.
I think Halo 4 is my favorite Halo campaign.
Nice. Yeah, it's up there. And what's your favorite multiplayer?
My favorite multiplayer is probably Halo 3.
Yeah, multiplayer, like 3 is the go-to for me. I love the multiplayer in that game. It's just
how are you enjoying the fluidity of the game so far?
It looks really
like
good.
It gives it quite a different look and feel.
Yeah, I mean, like, it doesn't feel dramatically different to me just watching it. I mean, it looks smoother, and I'm sure that it would feel different playing it. I will say that watching you play Halo 2 the other day, though, seeing that at 60 frames per second gave me a case of the 60 frames per second queasies, where I kind of got like a little queasy watching it. And that happens sometimes when I see certain games in 60 frames per second. That happened when I played the re-release of Tomb Raider, 2013 Tomb Raider. Playing that at 60 frames per second made me like, yeah, alright, yeah, this is the power station. That is what I was thinking of. God, this was a challenging level. I will say there were a lot of name drops for this in the chat. I will also agree with those saying it, like Darth Bob 100 and Stargaze. Halo ODST is my favorite of the campaigns. I love ODST. It's so
That's an interesting choice.
It's so just cool and spooky. Like walking through the cities when there's just nobody there and all the power's out. It's just really, really cool. Buddy, I gotta say, you're acquitting yourself very well. It seems that you're training in the other Halos
Well done, Chief. One to
played up to this point are is serving you very well.
Well, as soon as you say that, man, I'm probably gonna
No,
die a
you
pretty
can't.
horrible death.
Now
Ah.
you're gonna die really like immediately.
Oh great, I need to reload. Alright.
Right?
Where's
Yeah.
the next thing?
Is there a way? Are you locked to 60 frames per second? By the way,
Yes.
you are. It's very interesting. I know that we're starting to see games that give you the option, because like I know Last of Us Remastered on PS4 will let you lock it at a lower frame rate to keep it consistent, and I actually prefer to play that way.
I think some people just prefer the look of, or the more cinematic appearance of 30 frames a second.
Yeah, I tend to, but I know that I am. That
Oh,
I-
I just got smacked from behind. You're about to see a glorious death. I got straight up assassinated. Let's try that
yes,
again.
CJ Olives has said I need that cinematic 30 frames per second. I suppose, like Luddy, you have talked about how the 60 frames per second really makes a difference when you want to play competitively, so that it feels like just super responsive. But I guess you haven't had a chance to try it out in that setting. Although
No, not yet.
do that. We'll do that next. I'm very interested to see how that goes.
Having ammo problems, running away. I keep forgetting that you can sprint in Halo 4.
Yeah.
See if I can find some more serious weapons. Ah! Give me some ammo.
I felt like Halo 4 made you drop and pick up different weapons almost.
I think Halo 4 in general is way more challenging. Like,
Yeah.
normal on Halo 4 is a lot closer to heroic on the other games.
big time.
I'm not just saying that so I can apologize for dying in the stream.
What is it above heroic? What's the fourth tier?
Legendary.
Legendary. Thank you. That was so that day that Halo
Oh,
3 came out.
that went south so quickly.
A good my roommate at the time and I sat down to play Halo 3, and we were like, let's do it. Let's just start on Legendary. Make it happen. And we did not make it through the first level.
Have you ever played Legendary Old Skulls on?
No.
That is tough.
So, if you have all of the skulls on, what does that
It makes the enemies hyper aggressive. They throw grenades constantly. Grenades are more likely to trigger other grenades. It's really crazy.
Buddy, what's your all-time greatest achievement in beating a game on the highest difficulty?
Great, that's all.
I'm really not sure. Let me think.
The one that you conquered. Not the game that you finished, but the one that you just beat the hell out of.
Does split second count?
Oh, split second totally counts.
I got
Yeah.
every single achievement in that game.
Wow, that's a good one. And that game gets hard fast.
Well, a lot of the achievements required you to beat developer lap times.
Oh,
That was pretty challenging.
That's insane. That's a great game.
And I love it.
BlackRock
It's on PC
Studios. Yeah. Everybody, if you're interested in a very old school arcade racer, check out Split Second. Very cool. Last year, one of the things that made me dislike the original BioShock was playing it on normal. I felt like it was way too easy. Like, the very first things you get in the game are the wrench and the lightning power, and those were what I was using all the way to the end. Like, they were the most useful things. I was like, you have all these options. I wish it really pushed me to use the different options.
Right, like you really got into that pattern of like zap and then clunk.
Yeah, exactly. Over and over and over again. And so when Infinite came out, I was like, fine, I'm just going to put myself through the ringer, and turned on 1999 mode from the beginning.
Wow.
And finished it that way.
Really?
Which was... And I've never...
I mean, the combat against the handyman in that game is really tough.
At that game, well, 1999 mode is challenging. And, like, by the end, like, that big final confrontation on the airship, whew, it is not made...
Oh, I remember that now.
It's not made to be played that way. Not made to be played that way, but I did it. I stuck to it, and boy...
Good
like,
job, man.
Dying... Well, so in 1999 mode, dying takes a huge chunk of your money. So, like, upgrading, like, is really, really hard for the first 5 levels, because almost all of your money just disappears down the rabbit hole of death. And man, I will never do that again. I do not think that I will take on any of the Halos with Legendary on. I will not go that distance. There's a lot of talk in the chat about Sunset Overdrive, a game that you've enjoyed quite a bit, buddy.
Yeah, that's a good game. We also streamed it.
That is another one that is making me very, very tempted to buy an Xbox One. That and Scalebound. A game which is... Nobody knows what that is. It's nothing.
Hooray!
Quicksilver01 is saying Legendary really isn't that bad. I think I'm being challenged.
It's okay if you like play very meticulously and slowly, but I feel like you always get to that point where you just want to go faster than you actually are, and then you get yourself killed.
Yeah, the idea of, you know, the idea of levels lasting like 45 minutes longer than they really than they do on normal, because you just need to take it so slowly, it doesn't really sound too tempting to me. Samsara82, looking forward to see more about Scalebound. You and me both, man.
Oh, that's gonna be super exciting.
I can't wait. Like, whatever the hell that is. Especially after playing through Bayonetta 2, like, Platinum is very much on their game lately.
Well, you also enjoyed Legend of Korra. I mean, that wasn't one of their better games because it was it was a licensed game, but it was still pretty decent.
Yeah, and like Legend of Korra for something that was made, you know, quickly, and on a very small scale, it's fine. You know, it's not the Legend of Korra game that I wish existed. You know, I want like a BioWare RPG written by the staff of the show, but that's not going to happen. You know, you're not going to see...
Probably not.
You're not going to see, you know, yes, you can find, like, very, very high-quality licensed games, especially in this market now, but, you know, that show is at the end of its life. It's wrapping up, and, unfortunately. I liked it, though. I thought it was pretty good. In fact, Luddy, I noticed the other day that I'm currently the one who gave it the highest score that exists on Metacritic, which got people yelling at me in the comments, which I like.
Some more teleportation. Teleportation now! Hard Light Sentry, that's a good piece of equipment.
I was wondering why Infinity hadn't encountered the Covenant yet.
What are they doing here?
They're heading to the second pylon as well.
The fact that they turned Metal Gear Rising into a good game, despite not being too amazing, in the time they had and in the situation that game's development had, is amazing. Agreed.
Sounds like the Prometheus
They did a great job with Metal
It
Gear
also
Rising.
had some pretty good butts.
Metal Gear Rising got great butts for days.
all around the pylon.
Every Metal Gear butt. Especially, like, every Metal Gear villain butt is great. Except for the guy with the bombs in Metal Gear Solid 2. You don't really see that guy.
Oh, the guy who skates around?
The guy who skates
trench
around,
coat?
yeah. He's wearing a trench coat. You can't see that butt. Revolver Ocelot's butt was a mystery until Metal Gear Solid 3, too.
Oh, do you remember? So this part of the level is pretty cool because the Covenant show up and they start fighting the Prometheans.
Yeah.
That's another cool thing about Halo is when it becomes a three-way or four-way war.
Yeah. Yeah. Halo is very good at making you feel like it's one of the things that was a very real distinction between, say, Halo 3 and the original Call of Duty Modern Warfare, is that Modern Warfare had these big like set pieces that sort of, made it seem like you were walking through a big conflict where all this other stuff was going on, but a lot of it was window dressing.
Mm-hmm.
And Halo 3, all the Halo games have really done a great job of like making you run into the middle of an active battlefield. Like, there are things happening out there. Ah, Tyr Haravel. Yes, you're right. It's not a trench coat. It's a bomb suit. That is correct. Good point. Steady level Laban? Am I pronouncing that correctly? I might be. Do all the weapons still feel the same as in the original games?
Yeah?
Yeah, right, buddy?
They really do?
The increase in speed doesn't make it feel dramatically, doesn't change the way the weapons themselves feel?
No, I feel like that really just affects how quickly you move around and how quickly you can aim at things. I think I'm about to die. Yep. Saw it coming. It was very obviously telegraphed. I panicked and I'm sorry.
Everybody forgets you, buddy. You're forgiven.
I mean, I could probably just chill and let them sort themselves out for a little bit. Oh, look, it's a grunt.
Make his head explode! Make his head explode! Tyr Haravel, if you would like to see Halo 2, just go to our Twitch profile and check out the archived stream of that.
Or go to youtube.com/joystiq.
youtube.com/joystiq. Our stream of Halo 2 in the Master Chief Collection is still piping hot and fresh. In fact, I will get you a link to it right now. Because that's the kind of thing we do.
Got a carbine. It's good news.
That is good
the
news. Carbine is so good. I will say, like, if it came down to it and somebody was like, what are the best weapons in all of video game history, just the basic assault rifle in Halo has got to be one of my all-time favorites. It's just so deep.
I would say the battle rifle is probably where
yeah, the battle rifle.
my allegiances lie.
The battle rifle, that's the name of the scoped.
It's the three shot gun.
Yeah.
Triple load. Oh no, out of ammo. Popped his shield. Need to swap out my primary weapon. Or pick up some ammo.
Something mimic longboard is the best weapon. Absolutely. Hubert's nose, that's the best weapon. Crazy Calgary guy, Halo 2 is the only one that is not full 1080p. Buddy, is Halo 2 not 1080p?
That is correct. It's just slightly below 1080p.
It's slightly missing the
well, I mean,
peaks.
it's like it's some odd resolution. I don't quite remember. It's something times 1080. They scaled it down because it's running 2 engines at once, and they just couldn't. They didn't like the performance.
That makes sense. Here we go. Here is the Halo 2 stream.
Oh man, I have a shotgun. That's not going to be very useful. Not with these guys messing with me. Run away! Gotta wait for that shield to come back.
Papa Kadoosh, Luddy, might I say that you're looking young this afternoon? Wow.
Thank you.
There you go. Luddy, I knew that facelift was a good idea. Actually, Luddy, if you got a facelift at this point in your life, you would look like the Joker. That would be the worst thing of all time. Don't do that.
Would it? It would be pretty great on one specific day of the year, namely October 31st.
Right. It would look really good on one day of the year, Arbor Day.
Sounds worth it.
And Anthony, those Monster Talk podcasts seem pretty interesting. Papa Gadoosh, keep listening. It's heady stuff, but it's awesome.
I'm on a ghost.
On a ghost. On a ghost with T-Pain. I love the way they like disintegrate, like the explosion of like sparks. It's pretty cool.
I don't like how both the Covenant and the Prometheans are teaming up on me here. This is not fair.
Well, they're jealous. They're jealous.
Because of my butt?
Yeah, I mean, the Spartan program's butt control is just. It's peerless, really.
Dr. Halsey really researched that part to the extreme. You can't win wars with average or mediocre butts.
It's just true. It's just accurate. Ludwig, I know it's on the horizon of things that you're going to be playing, but Dreamfall chapters, pretty good butts.
Better get up to that relay and back.
In fact, and this is unfortunate, the butts are the best part. Oh, McGag, Metal Gear Solid is love, life, and everything in between. Not inaccurate. You know,
Oh, I think this area gets pretty hairy, I think.
yeah,
Gonna be in trouble soon.
I admire that all of the architects of every establishment in all of the Halo series make hallways that are big enough for jeeps, spaceships, absurd things to fly through. Like, Chief,
Unless they decide that you should not be using that in this part of the world.
Right. There's just this one point in every building where it's like, no. That's my favorite game to play, especially in like Halo 1 and 2, is see where you can put the warthog where it's not supposed to be.
It makes your life really easier if you can squeeze a ghost through some doors that you don't necessarily...
Right? Yeah.
where you're not meant to take it.
Oh man. Just smoked. Just obliterated.
Mm-hmm. That happens.
Ah, yeah, it happens.
At least you know the game is real. It's being played by a human being.
that is the
It's not like one of those flawless like preview demos, walkthroughs.
yeah, you know, like I understand, especially during a stage show like an E3 or something, that you want to show off, you want to make the game look super cool and look at all the cool stuff you can do. But I get more excited when I see a game actually being played. Like, if it's challenging, like, show me somebody dying. Like, show me, like, having to do something twice.
Yeah, I think it's cool being surprised by the game you're playing, you know. Even if that's an ignominious defeat.
Yeah. There's something to be said for the good try, rather than, you know, the picture perfect run.
Oh man, there's a Banshee. I forgot about that. I should try to get that.
Yeah, get the Banshee. I saw it
These people would
hassling
just
you a
stop
second
shooting
ago.
at me
You know,
for a moment.
for some reason, I thought that up on top of one of these platforms is like a Banshee that's not being piloted. Oh, you just
No, there is.
you
I just paused it.
you
I'm
just
going to
passed
go back to it
Ah,
now. But I'm worried about leaving this ghost for the second and then getting into the Banshee and dying in that process. Let's see if I can do it.
Sparks SV, are there any mentions or winks to Halo 5 story in the Master Chief Collection?
That is something that I can neither confirm nor deny.
Oh, I see. Pleading the fifth, pun intended.
Well, we do know that Halo Nightfall is one of the things you get with the collection.
Yes.
Which is a new series
Yeah.
starring a man called Agent Locke, who is in Halo 5.
Almighty Savage, we are playing a review copy of Halo the Master Chief that was provided to us by Microsoft. Our review will be going up tomorrow, most likely.
Depending on how much time we get with the multiplayer.
Depending on how much time we get with multiplayer. The embargo lifts on Halo Master Chief Collection reviews this evening at midnight Eastern Standard Time. Eastern Standard Time, right, Letty? Not Pacific?
I think it might be Pacific.
It might be Pacific. So 3 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And, we will have that review for you. I mean, we would love to have it by that time, but they have only just allowed us into multiplayer matches today. So we might hold off a little bit longer, but our own Richard Mitchell will have that review for you post-haste.
Yeah, we're cracking the whip, trust me.
That's how we do. That's what we do. Singling loving it. Are you flying a xenomorph head? I would love it if the Banshee had like a second mouth so you could grab people. It would be awesome.
Just gobble them up like Hungry Hungry Hippo style.
Yeah. Oh man, that is something I like. I don't know anything about Halo 5. Ludwig has gotten a chance to play it, but we are not allowed to talk about it beyond the fact that it exists right now. I want new, really cool melee weapons. Because the melee weapons in Halo are like my favorite thing in the world.
The gravity hammer is fantastic.
I
to use.
love the gravity hammer.
And the energy sword is cool too because it requires that you need to wait for your reticle to turn red to get a guaranteed hit. Otherwise, you're just kind of swinging it like a bad lightsaber.
Yeah, Frenzy117, does the review cover the multiplayer part as well? The review will cover the multiplayer part as well. That's why we might not be publishing a review until a little bit after the lifting of the embargo, because we want to make sure that we have enough time with the multiplayer components before we write that up. This is something else that I didn't know about. I'm sure that like Halo diehards all knew this immediately, but today I was asking you and Richard Luddy if there was if the Master Chief Collection allowed you to pull back in your old Halo 3 levels from the Forge, and unfortunately not. Unfortunately not.
Negative Infinity, do not enter the planet.
TimC42, I guess other journalists are the only ones in multi right now. Journalists and developers,
People from
and
343.
people from 343 are in there setting up matches as well. So
This mechanism that Master Chief operates looks like the like it's part of the box that Ripley operates at Alien when she's trying to initiate the self-destruct sequence. Like she has to pull out those cool levers and twist them. And...
Cortana to Infinity, do you copy? Come in Infinity.
yeah, webs.
I'm also going to jump through the portal Mega Man style.
Not strong enough.
in midair.
Yeah.
Nice.
Already done.
WebZHD, oh no, I had some great maps in Forge. I know. I had all of these awesome maps that were all Gravity Hammer based, and I was pretty crestfallen to find out that I can't get those back, which is a shame. I mean, they're
We're
still
about
there.
to meet the Didact
Go meet him. Punch him right in his lizard face.
Minute or two max.
right after I fight these Covenant guys.
Something on the far side of the satellite.
Hey, Covenant guys, get out of here. You're ruining
Yo,
it.
Covenant guys!
Hey, you Covenant guys! Why doesn't Master Chief have like a thick, ridiculous Brooklyn accent? Hey, buddy!
Is he not from Brooklyn?
Oh, John 117? That's where
I thought that was part of the lore.
That's where he and Cortana met. I was down at Ray's Pizza. I said, hey baby, you're looking nice in purple. And she says, "You don't get to talk to me that way. I'm gonna put you in a weird green helmet forever." Then we were married. Something mimic Didac turns out to be Captain Toad. Okay!
Pretty strange adjustment to the remaster of this game, but okay.
Well, I mean, we don't know what happens to Captain Toad after 500 years.
I have a fuel rod cannon now, so I'm feeling a little more confident.
What is the name of the giant bazooka that you have to like line up the shot and then hold it down?
The Spartan laser?
Spartan laser, thank you. God, I'm terrible with the Spartan laser. No good.
Oops.
Ches dispenser, an appraisal of quality is an opinion. Exactly. Well put.
Sometimes you just take a grenade to the face.
I want like a calendar of inspirational messages from Master Chief. Sometimes you just take a grenade to the face. Sometimes you wander through a big gray hallway and a purple lady tells you what to do. Sometimes you play a campaign co-op and you just follow yourself everywhere. Ches dispenser, no, this is Anthony talking today. Richard is nose down in multiplayer right now, making sure that he can get the review done. Lenny, I gotta say, you're doing very well.
Thank you, Anthony.
You're making it happen.
I'm sure the very first comment on YouTube will be about how much I suck, though.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
That's how it usually goes.
No matter what, you will always...
Which is fine.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
having
fine.
fun.
That's fine. Petsy13, I would have picked this game up, but it's Far Cry 4 the following week. Hell yes. Put that...
As we've been calling it 4 Cry.
4 Cry. 4 Cry 4, the
4 Cry
forest.
4 Furious.
4 Cry 4, 4 Furious, for life. For life is actually spelled F-A-U-R, which isn't even a word.
Oh man, I have to deal with these things.
Ludwig, did you tell everybody that I'm in Far Cry 4?
I have not told them, but I think they will
Yeah, they'll figure
be
it out.
pleasantly surprised once they see it.
To people playing, I am not actually in Far Cry 4. There just so happens to
It's
be a...
awfully close, though.
It's very disturbingly close. What is that character? He's a Sherpa?
No, he's like some hippie
He's
guy.
yeah. Awesome! Yes! Totally.
Okay, that was a waste of my fuel rod cannon. Terrible shots all around.
Yeah, but you had an amazing sticker grenade shot a second ago.
I forgot that you can also assassinate enemies in the single player, which is something from the multiplayer in Halo Reach, I want to say.
Pepper Sandwich. Pepper Sandwich also brought up the Driv 3er. Driv 3er is almost as good as the fourth. Tim C42, I was mocapped as the White Lion in Far Cry 4, yes.
Which is a very honorable role.
Yeah, it's a big honor. It's like when Ludwig was one of the Blood Dragons.
Infinity, this is Sierra 117 of the UNSC forward.
I really like Master Chief's suit in this game.
He just, yeah, like, again, like seeing Halo 4 like this now, it
Do you read?
continues to blow me away how good this game looked when it came out
Oh yeah, it looks fantastic.
In
I mean, it
2012.
looks fantastic on the 360. I think it was probably the best looking game on that platform. But
And a
at
7-year-old piece of
1080p, it
artwork.
looks great, and the quality of the cutscenes are really great.
Well, yeah, I mean, like, we joke around about the Halo 4 butts, but, like, talking about the butts in Halo 4 is just a way of talking about how freaking amazing the cutscenes and the character models look in this game.
Here comes the Didac. He comes out of an egg.
Yeah, he comes out of his giant
I think
space
it's a Kinder Surprise. Or maybe it's a Cadbury cream egg.
No, that's spoilers for Destiny, Ludwig. That's what's inside. That's what's inside. That's yeah, that giant ball, the giant space ball in Destiny is actually a Kinder Surprise. It's chocolate, and there's a little toy truck inside. It's Voldemort. He does kind of look Voldemort-y.
Great harvest of my betrayal.
Thanks for waking me up, dude.
I am changing your colors. I enjoy customization.
What do you think about this, Chief? I stole this outfit from the guy in Crisis. He doesn't even know I'm the one who took it.
Your nobility has
Master Chief is
lied
really bad at hiding in the scene.
as ever.
Master Chief is pretty bad at hiding all the time.
I mean, he sounds like a collection of pots and pans while he walks,
Chance, didn't you?
which is the problem. He has difficulty with
My
stealth.
own guardians, my own world against me.
Well, that's why he's wearing that blanket in the trailer for Halo 5.
Yeah,
That's why he's wearing an old rug.
If you have
space
lasted
poncho.
these
I love that. I love that his armor is built to withstand exposure to the open vacuum of space. He can survive crash landing from space onto a planet through the
but
atmosphere.
you don't understand. Sand gets in between those joints.
Oh, sand gets in there. Sand
Yeah.
gets in there. You gotta watch out for the sand.
You know, sand. It's rough and coarse and gets in everywhere.
Come on, Ludwig. That's talk for the Force Awakens.
No episode 2 references.
No episode 2 reference.
This tomb is now yours.
Yeah, he really.
The only time anyone ever uses the word tomb is to say, this tomb is yours, or this will be your tomb.
Yeah, or they're talking about a metal band.
Slip space rupture. Chief, move!
Oh, the obligatory jumping away from an explosion. That's how you know he's an action hero.
We've gotta go.
Oh, this level is not over.
That Didact, he manipulated Infinity's signal to
These
get
are
us to
long
release-
levels.
Get up!
What's happening?
Moving the satellite. Destabilize the core.
Today, the Didac will be played by Kevin Spacey.
Didact's leaving.
That would be
Gotta
fantastic.
find a portal out of here before the whole network collapses.
I think we have to run away
Grab one
from
of those ghosts.
this sort of a Indiana Jones scene.
Oh yeah, where everything
crumbles
blows
away.
up. That's right. That's right.
My objective is escape. Escape.
There should just be a warthog. That's every time Chief needs to get out of anywhere.
And pretty nice landing. We'll run some grunts over. Actually, that seems really mean. The planet is crumbling, and
Yeah, and you're just driving through.
these little grunts are just running away. They have no hopes of surviving.
You know,
The music in this part is really good too, by the way.
I don't want to question the Covenant. Like, they're clearly people of conviction. But I just don't think grunts are, the best idea for a military force. Like, I mean, you could at least do, like, stormtroopers. Grunts literally just run around making fun noises.
Oh dear.
Drake Rain Moon, ludicrous speed go. If you think dropping a Spaceballs reference into Joystiq Streams chat will get your name mentioned, you're right. Every single time.
This is oddly very reminiscent of how my Halloween night ended.
You were like, that was a great time.
Except it was an Uber, and the city wasn't falling apart.
But you were running over small lizard people from an alien race.
Oh no, I flipped my ghost! It's the worst thing that could possibly happen.
Chief, what are you doing?
Chief, what are you doing? I'm flipping my ghost. I rolled it.
Joystiq, the 2 new Assassin Creeds come out on the same day. Which one will you play, Rogue or Unity? Well, Sparks SB, Ludwig and I will be playing Assassin's Creed Unity today. That is also information.
That's the one I'm most excited to play.
Yeah,
But I'm probably also going to play Rogue, although I might wait for the PC version, which is out next year.
I was just gonna say, if I play Rogue, I will wait for the PC version. I want them HD sweet penguins.
Chief, there.
Master Chief just did a Fast and Furious style escape.
Let's see.
Oh, I
how,
love this scene. This scene is fantastic.
see how fast this thing goes.
Look at that skybox, as they say.
Mayday, Mayday. This is the captain of the UNSC Infinity. Unknown entity has seized control of our ship. We're without power.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Collision
It's
course
awesome.
with an unidentified Forerunner planet.
Why don't people like Halo 4? I don't understand.
Well, the multiplayer makes some controversial changes.
That's true, and that
And
is
those are really like, I get if you don't like them.
and that's a perspective that I constantly forget about because I'm just not into competitive multiplayer games unless it's like Mario Kart or Street Fighter.
I like how Master Chief's instinct is to shoot the giant floating ball.
Well, that's his
That appears
solution to
behind him.
everything.
You know where he's heading.
Same place.
Car-
They did a
Carlos-
good job making a sphere seem so sinister.
Carlos Pash.
Stephen King is the only person who's managed to do that.
This is a pretty good. Nicely done. No, wait, that's Michael Crichton. Do you think that Ubi will port AC Rogue to PS4?
I have no information on
Yeah.
that, but I personally think they will, just
Yeah.
because that's what they did with Assassin's Creed 4.
And this is and didn't
If it were me, I would not release Rogue on the Xbox One and PS4 for fear of hurting the sales of Assassin's Creed Unity.
right, and you wait.
I would wait 6 months if it was me.
It may. That is a perfect late
Mm-hmm.
spring release.
I mean, it is coming to PC, so there are HD assets in play.
Yeah.
Stay
Didn't they port up Liberation for PlayStation 3 inevitably?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Xbox 360.
Yeah. It'll be the exact same thing. We'll see it.
The ship looks intact.
Yeah, they'll call it Rogue HD.
That's only because
Something
Yeah.
like that.
Dad wanted it that way.
Or Rogue Definitive Edition, or what have you.
This is Sierra 117 of the UNSC forward. and
Rogue
back.
Director's
Station,
Cut.
Ready to assist.
You know what? Assassin's Creed, not the best butts in the world.
Signals bouncing
Not-
in and out. I can't clean
I
it
mean, they're fine.
Light up their friend or foe.
They should be pretty good considering how much climbing the protagonists do.
Yeah, you would think that like
I mean, it's like a
Altair.
solid session in the gym, just climbing up the, one of those cathedrals.
Yeah.
This level is also very pretty, but do you want to jump into, or try to jump into multiplayer? We could try to do that.
We
but
have 7 minutes. We have 7 minutes, and let's get.
let's make some progress on this level, I guess. We'll keep it Halo 4 centric.
Do you want to get it? I think we can get to a match. Get into a match. God, this is a good-looking level. Look
As
at
soon as I'm done looking around at all the pretty things.
like I've heard some people complain when they see like a game that shows like a gorgeous vista and like uses that as like a graphical showcase, like, oh, a skybox is cheating. Like, no, it's not. That still took amazing artistry to make that.
It's loading. This is a very exciting part of the stream.
Yeah. Yeah, no,
Load up that unified menu. Yeah.
Twilight Error makes a very, very good point that Assassin's Creed butts tend to be hidden behind things like robes and cloaks and historical backdrops.
I mean, an assassin has to hide every part of his body.
See, no, but like, what about in Black Flag when you're at Abstergo and you're in a modern day business setting, those butts aren't great. They're not great.
Hmm.
They're not the best.
Now we're downloading the latest data. It's pretty exciting too.
Data. What are you gonna do with
So this
that?
would be the Star Trek Nemesis version?
Yeah, yeah. And as Zeta Crossfire points out, a good butt should look great in any century. That's really true. I mean, in Unity, you're going to definitely deal with like the fact that like Revolutionary era France is not a good period for butts in general.
I'm just glad they didn't come up with a particular guillotine for that.
Oh
for
my
butts.
God, can you imagine? That would be terrible.
It's kind of a cheeky solution to the revolution.
What? Oh no. The Terrier. That is.
You brought us to this menu, Anthony, knowing full well that the game is not out in the wild yet.
I did the right thing. I made the right choice. I regret nothing. Pepper Sandwich thinks we should bail out.
I think that's a good decision.
Not a
Bail
bad
out.
idea. Not a bad idea to bail out. I do like the unified menu. I know you were joking about that before, but I think it's really good.
Oh yeah, no, it's really nice. I like the playlist feature.
It's much better way of presenting all this than the, like you and I were talking about it on the podcast, when you fire up an HD collection and then it's automatically like, choose your game, and then it just launches that game.
Should we jump into something from Halo 3 real quick?
Oh, yeah, why not?
I mean, why not? We have a few minutes. Can you tell me which missions?
Oh, yeah, hold on.
What's on our list? What haven't we done yet? I know we did Sierra 117 yesterday.
Let me see.
Oh,
no.
we can do something from Halo 2. Let's do. I know which ones are okay.
Oh, you know which ones are okay for Halo 2?
Yeah, I believe we can do.
Which we can fire up for 3 minutes? Everybody can ignore the running water sounds because I am thirsty.
How dare you replenish your
How dare you
liquid?
quench your thirst?
We can do Prophet of Regret. I don't think that's actually a name.
Speaking of good names for metal bands, oh my god. So how many gigabytes will the day one patch be? Anyone guessing? There was an update today, right?
It's like 15 gigs.
15 gigs?
Mm-hmm.
I'm so.
We're gonna get like 1 minute of this, but it's fine.
Yeah.
We can run 5 or 10 minutes long, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Who's gonna complain about that?
Nobody's gonna complain about an extra 5 minutes.
We're cutting our Halo content in 50%, so we're down to Halo 2 now.
But the butts are still full force. There aren't that many butts in Halo 2. It's mostly like Arbiter. I'm just gonna say that Covenant across the board clearly don't spend much time on gluteal refinement.
I don't think the races collectively invented like the Stairmaster.
Yeah. They do hell on their pecs though. Everybody does push-ups.
I think we should probably change our route of inquiry into the pecs
Yeah.
of the world.
Next
We're gonna
time.
skip that cutscene so we can get to gameplay. Plus, so you can enjoy the cutscene when you get the game.
Yeah, when you get the game.
If you get the game.
Speaking of getting the game and getting yourself an Xbox One.
Oh, instant death.
Oh no.
I forgot you got ambushed like pretty much immediately.
A little recommendation for everybody watching right now. we are going to give away an Xbox One tomorrow. And not only are we giving away an Xbox One, it is the Call of Duty Advanced Warfare Xbox One bundle, which comes with the terabyte hard drive in the Xbox One. And Luddy, you are...
Yeah, trust me, you want the terabyte hard drive. I've got like 70 gigs free on my Xbox One. I don't have a ton of games on it.
Yeah. But yeah, if you want in on that wonderful, wonderful thing that we're giving away tomorrow, keep an eye on joystiq.com, joystiq.com, and follow us on Twitter, and follow us on Facebook. And if you're a Google
Just got sniped while I was standing there admiring the visuals.
Oh, what have you done?
I'm going to switch back and forth to the old ones. It was very, this might be pretty jarring for you on the stream, Anthony. Be prepared.
I'm ready. But yeah, keep an eye out for like about 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Go to the site. We'll tell you how you can get a free Xbox One. And when that giveaway wraps up, we're going to be giving away another Xbox One. And then we're going to be giving away one of the white PlayStation 4s, the Destiny Limited Edition PlayStation 4s. And finally, if you just want to go crazy, we're also going to be giving away one of the Super Smash Brothers for 3DS custom, 3DS XLs. So yes, if you want...
So, sounds like missing that would be a bad idea.
Would be a bad idea. If you like free
he's getting
consoles,
sniped so much.
If you like free consoles...
This is heroic. This is heroic for you.
Heroic's insane. This is too hard. I don't want... No, just normal. Normal, thank you. But yeah, everybody, don't worry. Joystiq.com tomorrow. Check in at 2 p.m. and you'll find out how to get some free consoles. Because that's how we roll. And yeah, Luddy, you're just tearing it up. We also recommend that you follow our Twitch channel here. Because
you'll get an update, and you can actually go into the Twitch settings and get an update even to your phone if you want us to be extremely pesky.
Wait, really?
Yeah, you can have
a thing on your phone that says,
like, we're about to stream whatever.
Oh man, I feel so bad for like somebody that's having like a really hard day, and they get a text and like they're like, oh my god, is this my girlfriend that already broke up with me and she wants to get back together? And they see a text and all it says is, Joystiq is talking about Halo 4 butts on Twitch.
And it's like, oh, my girlfriend had such a great Halo 4 butt.
No.
Yeah, heroic is serious business in Halo 2.
I need to make a thorough survey, for sure.
You have to be... Like, that's the thing with heroic. You have to be willing to retreat sometimes.
Yeah,
so your shields recharge.
Yeah, you need to be super patient.
So what do you think of the appearance of Halo 2 right now compared to what we just did?
I mean, it looks like what I would have expected. Like, it looks really good. It is giving me a little bit of the... I actually readily admit that I just changed the quality of the video back to medium rather than source because it was making me give me a little the 60 frames per second woozies. Sparks V, unfortunately, the giveaway is not fully international. All of our giveaways are locked to the US and Canada. And I know that sucks. It really sucks. But it is for legal reasons. And God, I wish I could dig it up really quickly. I have this whole link about why you need to restrict the region for certain giveaways, and it's just a legal issue. Which it bites. It just bites. But those are unfortunately the breaks. Fortune, yeah, absolutely. Can I join if I have a US address? Yes. If you have a legal place that we can send it to you, yeah. Ooh, Conqueso, Quebec. I have to look at our rules. I think Quebec might be restricted.
Quebec is weird because they have specific laws
Yeah.
against anything that's like a giveaway or sweepstakes. At least that was the case since I last checked,
Yeah. Sparks,
which admittedly has been a while.
Joystiq, did you see the latest South Park episode? No, I haven't seen it yet. I know that it is about freemium games, and I can't wait to watch it. I trust those guys to treat the subject matter with the appropriate levels of scorn. That's not to say that freemium games are inherently bad. There are a lot of free-to-play games that I enjoy.
Alright, so we end this stream at my next inevitable death.
Oh yeah, the next time you beef it. Yeah, well, yeah. Oh wow, God, look at it. Look at those old mountains. That is dramatic.
They look like they've been made out of paper mache.
And they really do. They really do.
But do you remember thinking that when you played the game the first time?
Well, all right, Letty. Full confession. I didn't get into this on the podcast. I hated Halo 1 and 2 when they first came out. I hated them. Because I love the way they played. Their level design drove me insane. And, I had a roommate at the time who loved video games when Halo 2 came out. We were there on day one.
I feel like everyone had that roommate.
Yeah, we all had that roommate, and he and I were like, oh man, this is going to be great. And we had tried to play 1, and we got to the library and we just stopped. We never beat 1. And we were like, 2, this is it. This is it. We're going to do it. And we made it like 3 or 4 levels, and I was like, I'm done. I can't do this. And I changed my tune. I love the campaign in Halo 3 until the flood levels at the end. But yeah, like Halo 2. So when you say, "Oh, did you feel like they looked like crushed paper mache and oatmeal back then?" I thought it looked great. I just didn't like playing it.
It was like, I'm so glad I got the Xbox, and so much more powerful than the PS2.
Yeah,
as you can clearly see.
And like, I've always been.
As I say that, I get shot in the back.
Yeah,
and it's over. All right. Did you say your goodbyes, Anthony?
Well, I was sitting here just staring at the game again. Everybody, thank you so much for joining us today. Again, joystiq.com, joystiq.com. Tomorrow, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We'll tell you how you can get a free Xbox One. Follow us on Twitter, Facebook, Google+. You can get more details there. Follow us on Twitch. We will be back tomorrow with more Master Chief Collection. We'll definitely get in some of that sweet, sweet multiplayer action tomorrow. Mm-hmm. That'll be at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And yeah, keep an eye out for a review. If it's not up tomorrow, it will be up very, very soon. Yeah, guys, we will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
I can't hit the stop button because I'm in the middle of a fight.
You're in the middle of a fight.
I died. Quick, stop the